Train the muscles, not the joints. Sorry about the wind and all the noise here with all the traffic and everything, but today I thought I'd take you to a sushi meal. And I'm gonna be going to Kisoji in Pitt Meadows here because it's got like one of the best sashimis around. It's really good sushi. And there's only like 2 places that I eat at in Maple Ridge or Pitt Meadows, like where I live. So yeah, this is one of the good places. There's some pretty cheap places out there, but I find that the quality of the fish isn't very good. So anyway, I like this place. So let's go get something to eat.
Jamie's brother?
Yeah, how's your guess?
I saw some of your work on YouTube, pretty good stuff.
It's the best stuff. It's the best.
It's the best stuff, yeah.
It's the best. It doesn't get any better than that. How are you? Good.
Do a flex or something?
Well, I gotta make sure, right? Gotta make sure I know you. If you don't flex, then I don't know who it is, right? It's like, and whenever there's a camera, it's almost a requirement, right? Yeah, whenever there's a camera, right? Yeah. Social media,
There we go, you're right. Yeah.
That's right. So when I'm eating to cut and get down to a really low body fat percentage, I'm not having a lot of rice. I'm only having a little bit of yam or something like that in the morning. And then from there, it's just straight green and protein mostly, okay? So it just depends on your metabolism, depends. You know, years ago, I used to be able to eat rice. I used to be able to eat even licorice and stuff. And at that time, I could get lean doing that. But then over the years, it seemed like it kind of shifted. So now I make sure I don't have a lot of starch in my diet. But right now, I'm kind of in between cutting and in between just maintaining where I'm at, okay? Because I'm trying to gain some muscle at the same time to bring up some weak points. So it's important for me not to be at too much of a deficit when it comes down to calories. I don't want my body to be struggling in order to keep its weight on, okay? So it's kind of like a happy medium I'm trying to find, like a balancing act. So it's not like I'm bulking, you know, because a lot of people on the internet are bulking. They're eating so much food that they're just putting on, you know, massive amounts of body fat. I'm looking at basically maintaining the body fat percentage I'm at, but at the same time still feeding my body high quality food, right? So today, I already had a little bit of yam and chicken this morning. So now I'll have a few pieces of sushi with some rice, and then I'm going to have mostly just straight protein, and then continue my day that way. And then I'll go right to straight protein and salad for the rest of the day. And I find this is a good happy medium. Now, if you're doing a lot of cardio in your activity and stuff, you might need more carbs. That's just the way it is. So I'm not doing a lot of cardio, if any at all. I'm just using all my energy towards weight training. So I don't need a ton of carbohydrates right now. I'll get 1 salmon sashimi and 1 tuna sashimi. And 5 pieces of tuna. Okay. Yeah. And a financing plan. Probably tell by how fast this is going down that it's really good. The tuna is really fresh. It's not like some of the cheap tuna you can get from some of these cheaper restaurants where it's been sitting for several days, kind of half rotten. The cut is also really nice too. There's not sinewy. There's no sinewy stuff to it. It's real fresh. Wild salmon too. I don't need that farm stuff, so see how nice and bright this is? It's the difference between this and that farm stuff. Big difference in the type of fats and everything you get in food depending on how it's raised and what it eats. So wild salmon is a lot more healthy for you than domestic kind of farm salmon, right? Want some? Want some? That's a good piece of salmon right there. That was good. So thanks to the guys at Kisoji for having me down here. Yeah, so now that I'm all carved up, I guess it's time to work out. And just so you guys know, like I said, I don't eat carbs all the time. I'm not eating rice all the time. So if you're trying to do a cut and you're eating rice and potatoes and carbs and just throwing all that stuff down all the time, unless you've got a really fast metabolism, then you won't be losing body fat. So if you're wondering why you're not losing body fat, but you're eating a lot of white rice, then that might be the problem for you. You never know. But like I said, it just depends on the individual. Depends on your metabolism, depends on the individual. And yeah, I find that I do best when I'm at a higher protein and a medium to low carb, and then just a tiny bit of fat. You know, I don't really even eat a lot of fat besides the stuff that's occurring in salmon, or maybe I have a steak here and there. And then if I go super low carb, then I can do the higher fat stuff like avocado and nuts and stuff like you guys have seen me do, right? So I'm either low fat or I'm low carb, depending one or the other is usually how I'm running my diet. And this is an example right now of my low fat alternative where I'm doing moderately low carb, but I'm not really eating a lot of fats, okay? So yeah, so it gives you an idea of what I'm doing. There you go, train the muscles, not the joints. Guaranteed to make your back bigger, guaranteed.